Okay, look, you're going to have to give me straightforward answers to my questions because I've got to make sure that you understand certain things. I got to do certain things here.
From my understanding,
You understand, first of all, that if you do indeed direct, you want to smile about it and laugh about it, take him back. We'll call him out later. Take it back. You keep laughing. You laugh one.
Hold on to your gavels. This is pure courtroom chaos. In a Michigan courtroom, Defendant Thomas Styron is facing serious felony charges, fleeing and eluding police in the third degree, assaulting and resisting an officer, plus driving on a suspended license. But Styron isn't playing by the usual rules. He's demanding to represent himself and keeps insisting the court has the wrong person, claiming Thomas Styron is some legal entity or trustee, not him. The judge is losing patience fast. Threats of contempt fly, and laughs turn into 30-day jail sentences. Is this a sovereign citizen showdown gone wrong, or something deeper? Stick around. This one's explosive, full of defiance, legal jargon twists, and raw tension. You won't believe how it escalates.
These people versus Thomas Styron. Here we go.
Assistant Public Defender Otella on behalf of Mr. Styron, who stands to my left. Well, let's talk to the judge about that. Right?
we've been through this. Seems to be some confusion.
What's the confusion?
I've stated multiple times on the record that I wish to represent myself.
Well, I thought we got rid of that issue the last.
Yeah, I thought so too. I spoke to this gentleman right here and expressed my wish to represent myself as well.
All right. Well, if he doesn't want you, I mean, we'll figure that out in a moment. So, Mr. Styron, we're going to go through this again. What do we want to do in this case? You understand what you're charged with, sir?
So, I understand what the charges are against me, yeah.
Okay, look, you're going to have to give me straightforward answers to my questions because I've got to make sure that you understand certain things. I got to do certain things here.
From my understanding,
you understand, first of all, that if you do indeed direct, you want to smile about it and laugh about it, take him back. We'll call him out later. Take it back. You keep laughing. You laugh one more 30 days. Go contempt. Look it up.
what? She's got another case. Okay. You told me she was done.
Here, what? Oh, they're there. All right. Court calls the case of the people versus Styron. Recall. State your name.
My name is Thomas Styron. Living man.
Mr. Styron, you are before the court. You have elected to represent yourself. I do have to advise you that you have 3 counts against you. The first count is that of fleeing and eluding third degree under the motor vehicle code. Do you understand the nature of that charge, sir?
This is under the assumption that you're compelling me to identify as Thomas York Styron.
Wow. The judge just dropped the hammer. 30 days for contempt after Styron laughs one more time. This is classic courtroom escalation. Styron's chuckling at the judge's warnings, and the judge isn't having it. Under Michigan law, direct contempt in the courtroom allows a judge to impose immediate punishment up to 30 days or a $250 fine without a full hearing. Exactly what happened here. The judge cited him on the spot and ordered him removed. But notice how Styron's defiance started with insisting on self-representation and quickly spiraled into laughing off authority. The emotional stakes are sky high. Styron seems convinced he's untouchable by rejecting the court's jurisdiction over Thomas Styron as a separate entity. Is this a calculated sovereign citizen tactic or genuine confusion? Either way, laughing in the face of a judge mid-warning is a high-risk move. What would you do if you were in that chair? Stay silent, comply, or push back harder? This sets the tone for pure confrontation ahead.
The legal entity on this case?
I believe that you are. Do you understand the nature of the charge, sir?
I don't understand how the name you have on the case and who I am, it's two different people.
I have a complaint, Thomas Styron II. Do you understand that that individual is charged with fleeing and eluding third degree?
So,
Do you understand the nature of that charge? You just need to answer my question.
for the record,
Take him back, and when he decides he wants to cooperate, we'll bring him back, maybe. I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days. This one. Recalls the case, people of the state of Michigan versus Thomas Styron II. Styron, you are before the court on a felony complaint that does allege count 1. And I'm going to presume, since you do not want to answer the court's questions, that you understand English and understand what I'm saying. You are before the court on 3 charges. Count 1 is the charge of fleeing and eluding third degree. Under the Michigan Motor Vehicle Code, that is a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration, a $1,000 fine plus court cost, and would require the Secretary of State to suspend your license for up to 1 year upon conviction. Count 2 is assaulting, resisting, and obstructing a police officer. That is a felony or high court misdemeanor punishable by up to 2 years incarceration and or a $2,000 fine plus court cost. Count 3 is a misdemeanor offense of operating with a license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That is a misdemeanor as indicated, punishable by up to 93 days, $500 fine plus court cost. Your vehicle could be subject to immobilization. Since you refused previously to answer my acknowledgement as to whether you understand that, I will assume that you understand what you're charged with. You are also entitled to be represented by counsel at this and all subsequent proceedings. If you could not afford to hire an attorney would be provided at public expense to represent you in this matter. You are entitled, as indicated, to be represented at this proceeding, all subsequent proceedings, including your preliminary examination, and if the matter were to proceed by trial.
Here we go again. Styron doubles down on the 2 different people argument, separating his living self from the legal entity Thomas Styron named in the complaint. This is textbook sovereign citizen rhetoric, rejecting the court's authority by claiming the name on paper isn't them, often tied to ideas about trusts, straw men, or admiralty law. The judge tries to get a simple yes/no on understanding the charges: felony fleeing and eluding, up to 5 years and license suspension; resisting police, up to 2 years, and misdemeanor suspended license, up to 93 days. Styron refuses to engage directly, so the judge removes him again and threatens another 30 days. The hypocrisy is glaring. Styron demands self-representation, but won't follow basic procedure or answer questions. The judge's frustration is palpable. He's bending over backward to explain rights, yet Styron stonewalls. Emotionally, this feels like a power struggle where neither side is backing down. Viewers, do you think Styron's strategy has any legal merit, or is it just digging a deeper hole? If you were the judge, how many chances would you give before locking him up longer?
You would be entitled to counsel. It is, as we have gone through in the previous proceedings, the court's understanding that you do not wish to be represented by counsel, and that this matter will then proceed forth with you representing yourself. I have to advise you that in representing yourself, the court will make the presumption that you understand the Michigan court rules, those regarding both procedure and those regarding evidence. The court will not be providing any legal assistance to you during the course of those proceedings, and will hold you to the same standards that I would hold an attorney representing or practicing before this court. So, with all of that, and with the court's understanding that you do not want to be represented by counsel, I will set this matter for its next proceeding.
You understand I'm the beneficiary, not the trustee, right?
That will be the preliminary examination. I will set the preliminary examination. Has discovery been provided to the defendant?
Your Honor, he was previously represented by the public defender. I don't know if they turned over the paperwork to him.
Does anybody from the public defender's office know whether or not the defendant has been provided discovery? Mr. Odetella. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Your Honor, we have the discovery. I have not been able to share that discovery with Mr. Styron. I tried to speak with him and go over it, but I'd be happy to turn that over to him at the first available.
All right. If you would either turn that over to the court officer so that they can provide that to Mr. Styron so that he has the discovery. And if you could do that today, I would appreciate it.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm setting the preliminary examination. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
The people would have their witnesses available June 11th. Set this matter for preliminary examination in person, June 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before me. Defendant, as he was leaving the courtroom the last time, the court did find the defendant in contempt, sentenced him to 30 days. The defendant will serve that sentence. The court will sign the judgment of sentence regarding the contempt.
I don't understand how that's possible. Like I said, I'm
So first of all, watch your
beneficiary. You're
language.
treating me as if I'm the trustee, or I don't want to partake in any trust fraud or anything like that. Is this a cess trust matter involved in this? Is my social security number attached to this at all? Go figure.
Mr. Styron, or whoever you wish to be addressed as, I'd suggest that you watch yourself because there's going to be more time coming. You keep it up. You will learn how to conduct yourself appropriately in these proceedings in this courtroom and before me. You will not in any manner whatsoever
You're trying to compel me to be somebody I'm not.
or this institution.
You have no evidence
It will not
to prove that
happen.
I'm who you say I
You
am.
will not talk to me in that fashion.
In what fashion? I'm not the one being unethical.
Very good. You'll serve the 30 days. We'll see. We'll see him on the 6th. Bond continued.
The judge finally moves forward, presuming Styron understands the charges since he won't answer directly. He lays out the full stakes clearly. Felony fleeing and eluding, 5 years max, $1,000 fine, license suspension. Felony resisting/obstructing, 2 years max, $2,000 fine, and misdemeanor suspended license, 93 days max, $500 fine, possible vehicle immobilization. The judge meticulously explains Styron's right to counsel, the dangers of self-representation. He'll get no special treatment, held to attorney standards on rules and evidence, and sets the preliminary exam for June 11th, 2024. Discovery will be provided today. This is the judge trying to keep things on rails despite the chaos. Styron's refusal to engage creates a standoff. He wants to self-represent, but rejects basic acknowledgments. The contradiction is stark. He's demanding his rights while undermining the process that protects them. This highlights the high emotional and legal cost of fighting the system this way. If you're watching and thinking about going pro SE, is this the warning you need?